Ms. Keller? The deep voice in front of my desk asks. Peering up from the stack of papers I'm grading, I give Jackson Owens, the 17-year-old student in front of me, my attention and glance over at his two buddies gawking in the doorway of my classroom. Straightening my back, I reach up, slide my leopard print cat-eye reading glasses off my face, and give him a sharp, no-nonsense look. "What can I do for you, Jackson?" Giving me a dimpled smirk, which I'm sure makes every girl at Macon High swoon but has zero effect on me, he says, "I was wondering if you'd be willing to tutor me. I really think my performance would benefit from some one-on-one lessons." Leaning back in my chair, I let out a huff of annoyance. Cheesy innuendo. I swear these high school boys think they're so clever. "What you need, Mr. Owens, is a swift kick in the pants. Now, I suggest you and your friends run along before I'm tempted to do just that." I finish with a flick of my hand dismissing my student. I don't particularly like teaching high school. When I applied for a position 6 months ago, the 11th grade was all that was available. I began working at Macon Middle School straight out of college. Back then, I was teaching history to 6th graders. Now, I teach 11th grade history at Macon High. For as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a teacher. In my opinion, middle school is the perfect age to teach. Also, I don't know how to act around little kids. They make me feel awkward. And don't get me started on teenagers. I have to ask Jesus every morning before work to give me the strength and patience I need for dealing with these kids. I mean, it's not like there is some unwritten rule about educators having to love children of all ages. I'm not saying I don't like all kids, because I adore my 2 godchildren. A few years ago, I dropped everything to help my best friend. Grace and I grew up together. She's more than my best friend. She's like a sister. So, when she made the brave choice to leave her abusive husband, I didn't hesitate to help. I spent over 2 years of my life moving around from one city to the next with Grace's daughter, Remy. Grace was terrified her shitty husband would one day find her, so Remy lived with me, and Grace would visit as often as she could. We never lived more than a few hours from each other during that time. I had argued with my best friend at first, insisting we stay together, but Grace chose to keep her distance to protect her child. Things worked out for my best friend in the end. The last town she moved to, she met Jake Delane. Jake happens to be the president of a motorcycle club, the Kings of Retribution. Jake and his club, along with Demetri Volkov, put an end to Grace's sorry-ass husband and his family. Now she is living her happily ever after with Jake in Polson, Montana, along with Remy and their new baby girl Ellie, just as she deserves.